And happy Saturday here at Turner Gymnasium. It's an ODAC clash between the Lynchburg Hornets and the 8th-ranked Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. Here on a rainy and gloomy Saturday afternoon, we're tucked away here in Turner Gymnasium as both of these squads are awaiting their second matchup of the season here on Wayne Profit Court. I'm Joe Brennan here for the Lynchburg Hornets on LHSN. Lynchburg has their hands full today against a very talented Randolph-Macon team. When they met earlier this season, the Yellow Jackets got the best of Lynchburg in dominant fashion, an 80-55 win in Ashland, Virginia, during the Matt Davis Foundation game. And that was one where almost everybody for Randolph-Macon found their way into the scoring column. 10 players all reached points on the afternoon. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, it was Henderson that led the way in the scoring column for the Hornets. However, he was the only Lynchburg player to crack double figures, finished the afternoon with 12 points. Well, these two teams in different spots now than when they met at the beginning of the month on February 1st. In just 2 weeks, a lot has changed, and we'll take a look at those changes with the numbers coming in to today's matchup. As you can see, Randolph-Macon, what really sticks out for you, 59.9 points per game. That is the best in the ODAC and the 6th best across the country in Division III. This is a team that also rebounds exceptionally well, and they'll have their hands full against a Hornets squad that leads the conference in 39.5 rebounds a contest. And also the turnover column, something we've got to talk about. It's been an Achilles heel for the Hornets all season long. They've led the conference in turnovers seemingly every single day of this season. Meanwhile, for Randolph-Macon, they are the only team in the conference that gives up under 10 turnovers a game. You can see they're right on that line at 9.9. They are exceptionally strong at keeping possession. But both of these teams entering today with critical playmakers. On one side for Randolph-Macon, they are led by junior guard Keyshawn Pulley Jr. KP leading the team at 14.1 points per game. That's good for 6th best in the conference. Pulley, also the only underclassman on last year's 2024 first team all ODAC list. It was all seniors, a graduate student, and the sophomore standout in Pulley. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, he'll have his hands full in the backcourt being guarded by Michael Gray. Gray, a product from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, went to Landon High School, and the sophomore guard has really erupted towards the back half of this season. He currently leads the Hornets with 11.9 points per game. Has also been a big presence in the assist column as well as rebounding. And defensively, you can see just under 1 steal a game. He'll most likely be matched up with Pulley for a large portion of today's contest, averaging 19.5 points per game over his last 2 contests with 21 and 18 in each respective affair against Shenandoah and Randolph. It's a 2-game winning streak for the Hornets. Meanwhile, a 16 game winning streak for the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. We will step aside momentarily for the playing of our national anthem. Stick with us. We'll be right back with starting lineups here on LHSN. And we welcome you back into the Hill City here at Turner Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Let's walk you through the starting lineups this afternoon for the Yellow Jackets. In the backcourt, it'll be Keyshawn Pulley alongside Jabril Robinson. That's the real 1-2 punch of this Yellow Jacket team. Alongside them, it will be Theo Antaroni and Malcolm Hodges, with Liam Joyce in the inside for Randolph-Macon. Now for the Lynchburg Hornets, it'll be Pearson Young alongside Jake Hart and Michael Gray in the backcourt. That three-guard tandem has been a staple of this team the last couple of weeks as they have really had to fight through attrition in the front court. Jamarcus Brown and Jonathan Faust, the front court pair. Faust and Jamarcus is senior and a freshman respectively. Faust has been a crucial defensive piece for the Lynchburg front court this season. Meanwhile, Jamarcus has shown flashes of defensive athleticism, especially with a guy that can jump out of the gym like he can. He's mainly been an offensive threat. Currently third in scoring. You've got three players hovering in between 11 and 12 points. Brown in that mix. Nevertheless, he has certainly come alive, especially towards the back half of this season, as he has erupted for flurries on multiple occasions. It should be a fun one. The stage is set. These two teams in very different points at this stage of the season with just 3 games remaining, this one included. Randolph-Macon really in a battle for the first overall seed in the ODAC conference, really battling that out with Hampton-Sydney, a team that has handed Randolph-Macon 2 of their 3 losses this season. One of them was not counted as a conference game as well, I might add. So that shows you how they are 12-1 in conference, but 19-3 overall. In the last meeting between these two teams, it was a career defensive performance from KP. Pulley went for 5 steals that afternoon as Randolph-Macon grabbed 12 steals collectively as a group. Filled with a handful of defensive pests in their defense, whether it be blocks, steals, scoring, field goal percentage, you name it. They're one of the best in the conference and in the national landscape. So the Hornets have their hands full as they are battling for a spot in the conference tournament, really hovering around that 7-8 spot the last couple of weeks. Ball is up and away at the center circle. Jamarcus Brown sends it back, and Jake Hart will bring it across the timeline. Hart swings over far side for Gray. Looking underneath, nobody's home, and it's taken away by this sophomore guard out of Asheville, North Carolina. It's Robinson over to Pulley, right back to him. Robinson takes the high screen. Shot clock now at 10. Robinson on the handoff, drives inside, had it poked away by Michael Gray. There you can see the defensive presence by Gray already with his first steal of the afternoon. Young on Pulley, poked out of bounds, last touched by a white jersey. Lynchburg will maintain possession underneath their basket. Hart to inbound, gets it right to Young, can't get the roll. Pulley corrals the rebound. Robinson right back to KP. The big fellow with a beautiful dish down low, but Pulley couldn't convert on the lay-in. Now Brown out and running, rises, banks it home for 2. Lynchburg has the first basket of the afternoon. Antononi kicks in the corner, dribbled back up by Hodges. Now Pulley wants to go. To the inside, a beautiful floater off the hop step from Hodges. The equalizer ties us up at 2 apiece. Jake Hart into the front court. Physical play on the far sideline. 2-man game. Brown rises and brings the jam. (4-2) Lynchburg back out in front. It's Liam Joyce, the 6'6" junior out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Gets the switch on a Young. Back out Pulley. Pulley rises from 3. No good. Off the back of the rim. A fight for the rebound. Won by Hodges. And Randolph-Macon will reset with 15 on the shot clock. Jabril Robinson drives with the right hand. Pull up at the nail. Rolls out. Brown with a board. Gray in transition being harassed by Robinson. And the Hornets will reset with her maestro in Hart. Gray tries to go underneath to sneak it into Faust. Those two can't connect. Rolls out of play, and the Yellow Jackets will take back over. A couple of substitutions here for Randolph-Macon early. Arikat alongside Hammonds. Here's Hammonds. Kicks out for Pulley. Extra pass. Arikat no good. Pearson Young with a physical board. Tried to dish it before he fell out of bounds and turned it over. Pulley rises from deep. No good. KP 0 for 2 from downtown. You can see Pulley wears that sleeved on his left knee. He's a guy that battled through some injuries during his high school career. As Gray drives baseline, dishes off Brown with the spin and the finish. 6-2, Lynchburg out in front. Joyce at the stripe, dribble handoff for Hammonds. Robinson got the angle, blocked! Jamarcus Brown climbs the ladder, ricochets it off the glass, but they're calling it Randolph-Macon ball. Look at the rotation, the rise. What a play. Pulley sets an off-ball screen for Robinson. Catch and fire. Back iron. Gray, the defensive rebound. Pearson Young wants to go. Long to Jamarcus. Book it. A hot start to the afternoon for Jamarcus Brown, leading the team with 6 points. Underneath for Joyce. Goes up and an easy reversal for the deuce. Here's Faust at the elbow, driving on Pulley, fading away from the short corner, no good, but Brown's right there to clean it up. Outside Pulley, driving in, trying to get the baseline. Now in the corner, Robinson drills it from the far corner. Hart underneath for Brown. Backing down, fading away, and Brown can't convert. Off the mark, Pulley with the rebound, now the other way. Robinson now from the other corner, no good. Soaring for the rebound, Hammonds brings it in. Now here's a straightaway three, no good. Another fight for the loose ball into the arms of Jonathan Faust. Pearson Young calling for an isolation and a charge. An offensive foul called on Young. A great play made by Arakat, the junior guard out of Palestine. And he's a guy that's had a whole lot of improvement with it each season. We'll talk about it more when we come back. 10-7 our score here at Turner Gymnasium. The Lynchburg Hornets out in front 10-7. Here's 6.5 minutes through the opening half. Jamarcus Brown leads all scorers with 10 for the Hornets. He has had an exceptional start this afternoon. Jabril Robinson with a team-high 3 points for the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. Lynchburg also controlling the glass, granted early, just a small sample size. Nevertheless, 7-4, Lynchburg in that category. Offensive rebounds have been a big part of Lynchburg's play style this season. Only one of them so far this afternoon coming from the follow off Jamarcus Brown. And now the Hornets out in a 1-3-1 zone. Interesting to see how the Yellow Jackets try and attack this. Not something you see often from Lynchburg, but on a day like today when you play the 8th ranked team in the country, you want to try and throw anything at them you can. As the lay-in is no good. Lynchburg the other way. Young drawing the foul. Arakat charged with his first personal of the afternoon. Just before break, we were talking about him. Let's go right back to that. Someone that has really had drastic improvement over the course of his career with Randolph-Macon. Currently in his junior season. His freshman year did not see the floor. In his second season, quickly became a key role player in the Yellow Jacket rotation, averaged 4.7 points per game. And now he's a guy that, you know, could be a spark plug off the bench or even a potential starter for this team. Third in scoring at 9.8 points per game. And an efficient scorer as well at 46% from the floor this season and 36%, which is exceptionally strong from the perimeter. Eric right across the timeline, met by 2 Hornet defenders. Randolph-Macon playing very high up and then slowly working their way down. A drop off underneath for Joe Bachman, taken away. Michael Gray out in transition. Pearson Young wants to go. No good. The follow, no good. Hammonds working quickly. A quick dish. Blocked by Buggs. Blocked by Brown. But a foul. It looked for a moment as if there were back-to-back rejections at the mountaintop. Pinned against the glass right there by Tyler Buggs, who just checked in place of Faust when we went away for the break. Regardless, Bachman now heads to the charity stripe for a pair. This season shooting 72% from the line. Can't get the first one as Henderson will now take the place of the freshman forward Brown. Mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, Henderson, the only Hornet that scored in double figures in the first meeting this season between both sides. Bachman, the 6'8" forward, rattles in the back half. He's someone that provides great size and rebounding when he gets good minutes. This is a guy that we've seen this year either get 27 minutes in a game where he goes for 9 rebounds or 7 minutes and collects 2 rebounds. Nevertheless, when he plays, I mean, he is a guy that really can be a strong paint presence. Gray behind his back, pull-up jumper, no good. Bachman corrals the board, lays it out in front for Hammonds, going in transition. Between his legs, plays it back up top for Oliver Jones, the freshman guard out of Middletown, Delaware. Kicks in the corner, back up top. And the Yellow Jackets will slow their pace. They go underneath for the big fella, and Bachman pulling his way down low, botched the lay and left it shy. Now Hammonds, no good. And that'll be over the back, or no. They're calling a foul on Henderson, or Buggs rather. That must have been away from the ball. I did not get a clean look at that. Nevertheless, first personal for Buggs, 3rd team foul for Lynchburg. Only 1 team foul for the Yellow Jackets here as we approach the midway mark through the first half. Over the top for Hodges. Trying to go on Henderson, kisses it off the glass for a pair. Lead back down to just 1. Hart takes a high screen from Buggs, picked up his dribble, he needs help. Over the top, Henderson working on Hodges with the right hand. Got the bump, finished through contact. Hornets back in that 1-3-1 zone. Jones left open in the corner. Hesitated, drove inside, lost the handle. Henderson comes away with it. Buggs has it stripped on the low block by Jones, a man that's averaging a steal a game this season. The floater, no good. Bachman right there to clean it up. Hart, Buggs, straightaway 3. You bet. Tyler Buggs from way downtown. The big fella letting it fly. Lynchburg back up by 4, 16-12. Halfway through the first half. And we welcome you back into the Hill City from the campus of the University of Lynchburg. It's the Hornets playing host to the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. Lynchburg out in front by 4 over the 8th-ranked team in the nation. Lynchburg has had their fair share of ranked opponents this season here in Turner Gymnasium, as an errant pass from Robinson is picked away by Young, takes the bump, absorbs the contact, and banks it home for 2. Pearson Young with his first bucket of the day, was 0 for 2 up until that lay-in. Pulley in the corner for Robinson. Right back at the angle. He has not had any room to breathe today. Gets some right here. Pulley once again draws back iron. 0 for 3 from the perimeter thus far. Pulley, one of the best shooters in the conference. Henderson driving down low, draws the foul on Robinson, and he'll earn a pair. Just looking at three-point percentage, Keyshawn Pulley ranks 5th in the conference, shooting just a tick under 38% from downtown. And he shoots the most out of anyone. He averages 2.5 makes a contest, as Henderson draws back iron on the front end. And I will say, there is a little bit of a connection between Pulley and myself, both graduates of St. Christopher's School in Richmond, Virginia. KP was a sophomore while I was a senior, getting my start in broadcasting. And a cool full circle moment to see him pregame. He seemed like he was ready to put on a show, and he has certainly let it fly here early. Nevertheless, it's a 19-12 advantage for the Lynchburg Hornets. 8:52 to go here in the first half. The Hornets out in front by 7 here in the early moments of this affair. Randolph-Macon with 12 to Lynchburg's 19. Jamarcus Brown has led the charge for Lynchburg offensively already with 10 points in just 8 minutes. Shooting 5 of 7 from the floor, also leading the team with 4 rebounds and a block. The Hornets back out into man defense. We've seen flashes of a 1-3-1 today. Robinson drives, steps back. Shot clock at 7. Jones in the corner, Robinson. You bet. Robinson, 2 for 2 from that far corner. 2 for 4 overall from deep. That cuts the lead back down to 4. This one's poked away by Jones, his second steal of the day. Puts it up and in, an easy lay-in. We mentioned that Lynchburg is a team that has really battled through attrition in their front court, but right now rocking with 4 forwards. A tall and big lineup for Lynchburg. And everybody on the floor right now can shoot from deep. These are the forwards that aren't afraid to let it go. Bugs on the inside, no good. Lost the handle right as he got to the top of the mountain. Robinson will go underneath. Liam Joyce kicks in the corner. No good. Henderson the board. Lynchburg has led by as many as 8. Randolph-Macon yet to see the lead. Not something you say very often about this Randolph-Macon team. Taking away yet another steal for the Yellow Jackets. That is their 5th thus far. Remember, this is a team that went for 12 steals in the meeting earlier this season. Robinson feeling it from that far corner. Couldn't find the bottom of the net this time. Randolph-Macon has not been shy to let it fly from downtown thus far. Behind the back from Buggs, but couldn't hook up with Nellison. And a jump ball with a possession arrow pointed towards Randolph-Macon. And a host of substitutions enter for both sides. Ericat and Hodges in for the Yellow Jackets. Faust and Hart in for the Hornets. Robinson, a key piece in this Randolph-Macon squad. Lynchburg back with a 1-3-1 zone and a foul call on Hart. Robinson in his junior season, the 6'1 guard out of Rockville, Maryland, was the ODAC Rookie of the Year in 2022-23. Last season started every game for Randolph-Macon. So him and Pulley, a lot of experience together playing in that backcourt. Jones lost the handle, but still able to get it out for Robinson. Ericat, far corner, no good. Off the back of the rim. Thomas left open, didn't like it. Lots of pressure on the outside applied by Randolph-Macon. Gray driving inside, count it, and the foul. Michael Gray with his first bucket of the afternoon. As you take another look at the replay, an acrobatic finish in the air. Converts on the free throw attempt. Bachman back in the game. He'll take the spot of Jones. They'll swap the 6'2 guard for the 6'8 forward. Pearson Young in for Michael Gray. His zone seemingly giving Randolph-Macon a lot of trouble this afternoon. Ericat once again in the corner. Offensive rebound, Bachman around the horn. Back out to Pulley from the angle. Money! Pulley finally takes the seal off the cylinder. Was 0 for 4 from the floor up until that three-point basket. Cuts the lead back down to 2. Entry pass for Faust is poked away by Hodges. He comes away with his steal. Now the 7th steal for Randolph-Macon here in the first half. I mean, if you had told me that Randolph-Macon would have 7 steals at this point and trail by 2, I don't know if I would have believed you. Hodges working on Faust. And a travel was called. Hodges wanted a foul called. He didn't get it. Just over 4 minutes left to be played here in the opening 20 minutes. Young takes the screen from Brown. In the corner, Hart got Robinson off his feet, lost the dribble, now looking for help. And this looks like it'll be another jump ball off the tie-up on the deck. It will stay with Lynchburg. We talked a little bit about Malcolm Hodges. He can do a little bit of everything for this Randolph-Macon team. A really physical interior presence on the boards, 5.2 rebounds a game. That is the leader for Randolph-Macon. He has 3 double-doubles this season. With a guy that averages 9 and 5, that shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. And efficient on the inside, shooting 52% this season, but not a great shooter anywhere else on the floor. Yet to make a 3 this season, as a foul was called on the inbound on Jamarcus Brown. That will be Brown's 2nd personal foul and the team's 5th. Not a whole lot of foul trouble here in the first half, just a combined 18 fouls between the two teams. A real difference in this game has been inside versus outside. Lynchburg 1 for 1 from 3. Randolph-Macon 3 for 15. But there you see an interior finish. Hodges soaring high for the alley-oop lay-in. Ties us back up at 22. Randolph-Macon has yet to lead in this game. Bounce pass, pull-up jumper, no good. Faust fighting for the offensive rebound against 3 Yellow Jackets. Randolph-Macon comes away with it. Now in transition, Pulley, extra pass. Robinson drives baseline. Beautiful ball movement, but they can't do anything with it. Lynchburg able to recover in rotation. Robinson's 3 no good. Pulley in the corner. Back iron once again. The struggles this afternoon continue from Pulley, but Robinson cleans it up on the offensive rebound. 3 tries on that possession for the Yellow Jackets. And for the first time today, Randolph-Macon controls the scoreboard, 24-22. Lynchburg led by as many as 8. I like the hustle from Bachman. Hit the deck, out of bounds. If he had kept that one in play, that would have been a highlight for Randolph-Macon today. Just over 2.5 to go here in the opening 20. Hart will inbound. Gray rises from 3, no good. Young, the offensive rebound. Back out Hart. He's not much of a 3-point shooter. He'll reset with a shot clock at 15. Bugs, far wing, back iron. Rebound taken by Joyce. Now Hammonds. I'm not sure if somebody got a piece of that or if he just shot it directly in to the rim. Either way, it'll stay on this side of the floor with Randolph-Macon. Quick hands by Pearson Young, kept it in play. Bugs tossed it off of Robinson. What a defensive stand on the inbound. Lynchburg with a chance to tie or reclaim the lead. It's Bugs. And another turnover. That'll go down as the 8th steal of the afternoon. A total of 11 turnovers for Lynchburg in just the first half. Hodges guarded by Faust. Robinson from the angle, no good. A fight for the rebound. Poked out of play, last touched by a white jersey. Lynchburg basketball with 1:23 left to go here in the first half. Faust got hit on the arm by Oliver Jones. That will be his first personal. Team's fourth. Nobody really in danger of going to the bonus with a minute remaining. Gray, swarmed by defenders, hoists up the shot, off the mark. Jones, a nice little hezzy to set himself free. Randolph-Macon with their largest lead of the day. Young in the corner, no good. Just the fourth three-pointer attempted by Lynchburg today. Pulley straight away, no good. A cold first half for KP. 1 for 7 from the field, 1 of 6 from deep. Shot clock turned off, 15 to go on the game clock. Young trying to find help. Faust will take it himself to the rim. Faust, no good. Well, if you like defensive play, you've gotten your fair share here in the opening 20 minutes. Lynchburg trails by 4, 26-22 through one half. We'll have first half statistics and first half analysis for you when we come back here on LHSN.
I was looking for a school that could provide me with the athletics, academics to pursue my career, a wind symphony to pursue my passion for music, and really have a nice general atmosphere. The professors here are really unique, their background and their passion for teaching. It's really a place where you can explore. Lynchburg gives you the opportunity to fail, but also get back up in that period of time and learn from your mistakes. I can make these mistakes within the school environment, but also with the support of other friends, and be ready for the real world when you graduate.
Mara Willis. How are you? Pretty good.
A lot of people go to the universities to find something to be a part of while getting their education. And when you come here, Lynchburg is that something. It becomes a family. It doesn't matter how long ago you had your professor, they still remember you and they remember all of the hard work that you put in. They're always there for you and they always want to do the best that they can to help you succeed. Here you learn how to love one another regardless of what's going on or what you believe. You leave here better than what you came in. It's what this school's really good at doing.
Okay. We're good.
The biggest thing that I've taken from Westover is probably my interactions with faculty. I started working with Dr. Fryer. He's always available for help and he makes sure that I get to do the experiments and not just be there while he does them. I didn't want to limit myself when I came here to just taking the prereqs for med school. I wanted to get a full, well-rounded education, and I definitely found that in the Westover program. It's given me the opportunity to keep playing soccer at a competitive level, but also it's given me the ability to be a student and to pursue other activities such as EMS. I 100% do Westover because it's not something they're going to regret, and it's going to be a lot of work, but so is everything else. It's just going to help build their education that they've already had and make them a better person for it. I'm walking around over on the crowd side, I always hear someone yelling, "Hey Nat, take our picture. Hey Nat, get this," or something, or "Hey Nat, you got that shot?" Like, so I'm always like trying to photograph the crowds and my friends calling my name. I think sports at Lynchburg unifies us as a whole. No matter what background we come from, what differences we have, and what experience we've experienced through our lives, it brings us all together and we have one goal, which is to win. As a photographer, I definitely get to capture the emotion and the feel and the atmosphere of what's going on during the games and what's happening in the crowd and with the fans. We have hugely dedicated fans here at Lynchburg. They come out whether it's rain, snow, sleet, windy, no matter what, like they will come out and support their team and cheer them on. They will sit through anything. It's just, it brings us all together as one.
Get your career in the game by enrolling in the University of Lynchburg MBA program with an emphasis in sport management. This program opens the doors to new possibilities for a variety of careers, from being an athletic director or working in athletic administration to working for professional organizations, your favorite team, to running a local Parks and Rec department. And employers are increasingly requesting and preferring individuals who have postgraduate education, specifically looking for an MBA. And so the University of Lynchburg Sport Management concentration in the MBA program sets you up for success, and it sets you apart from the many other people looking for jobs in the industry. Learn from winners. Here you will learn from professors and mentors who have spent their careers doing exactly what you want to do. Increase your marketability in an $83 billion industry. If you have a 3.0 GPA, the GMAT is waived. There's no application fee, admissions occurs on a rolling basis, and our online program is ideal for working adults. When you enroll in this program, you enroll in the opportunity to learn from the best of the best. Your professors have a wealth of experience working in the sport industry that they share with you in the classroom setting. Get in the game by getting your MBA with a sport management concentration at the University of Lynchburg. You know, Hollywood, here I come. Hey, I meant, yeah.
Either. The real Lindsay Piper's here.
Autographs there later. Let's.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season. The confetti is going to fall. There she goes, and she's got it.
How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
And we welcome you back into the Hive here on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. It's the Hornets taking on the Yellow Jackets in a conference clash. And through one half, we've had a whole lot of defense. Let's take a look at the halftime stats through 20 minutes. Clearly a low-scoring affair, 26-22. Randolph-Macon with the advantage, but they have struggled mightily from the floor. Just under 31% collectively, 15.8% from the three-point line. They've won the rebound battle by a slim margin against the top rebounding team in the conference. But the turnovers, that's what really jumps out if you're Lynchburg. 8 steals taken by Randolph-Macon compared to just 4 for the Hornets. So both teams, not a whole lot of unforced errors, but physical defense by both sides on the perimeter. If we take a look at our key playmakers, you can see the backcourt duo of Pulley and Robinson have combined for 11 points here in the beginning. That's where your shooting struggles are coming from. Pulley, the 6th highest scorer in the conference when looking at points per game. Just 1 for 7 from the field, but he has let it fly this afternoon from downtown. Robinson leads the way for Randolph-Macon with his 8 points. Brown leading the team with an efficient 10 points. He scored 10 points through his first 8 minutes, then got into a little bit of foul trouble and only played 2 more minutes to close out the half, or he did not add any other points to his scoring column. Nevertheless, stage is set here for the final 20 minutes. The 8th ranked Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets up by 4.5, where they led for the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Lynchburg led all the time that preceded that mark. Their largest advantage was 8. Back with 8:52 to go in the first half. It'll be Randolph-Macon with possession to get things going here in the second half. Lynchburg has thrown a lot in terms of schematic defense in the first half. A combination of 2-3 zone, man-man, and 1-3-1, which Lynchburg begins the second half with. Robinson rattles one home. He's up to 11 points. 3 of 8 from downtown. As a team, they shot 19 three-pointers in the first half compared to Lynchburg's 4. Kicked away and a late whistle. Lynchburg maintains possession. That shot clock resets to 20. Randolph-Macon combating Lynchburg's zone with one of their own. Taken away. The 9th steal of the day from Randolph-Macon. Robinson, Pulley, pump fake, kick out, straightaway triple. Got it! And Hillary Scott wants a full timeout to talk things over. A quick run here for Randolph-Macon in the second half and carried over from the first half. It's a 15-0 run over the last 6 minutes.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had
And we welcome you back, Wayne Prophet Court here in Turner Gymnasium. It's the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets on a tear right now. Randolph-Macon on a 15-0 run that stretches back to the first half over the last 6 minutes, outscoring Lynchburg 15-0. Jabril Robinson starting to heat up as of late as well for the Yellow Jackets, up to 14 points after back-to-back triples here in the second half. He's made 3 of his last 4 field goal attempts. The largest lead for either side today here at double figures. Young dancing on the outside. Sky-high pass for Brown. Dumps it off for Faust, who's put in a straitjacket immediately. The Randolph-Macon defense collapsed on him in the paint and caused another turnover. Robinson wide open on the doorstep after Hart hit the deck. And the Yellow Jackets starting to show why they came into this game ranked 8th in the country. It's been a 3-2 zone here from Randolph-Macon in the second half. Underneath, little baby hook. Jamarcus Brown adds to his total up to 12 points. This 1-3-1 zone gave Lynchburg a lot of success in that first half. Mainly just because Randolph-Macon couldn't make their threes. They shot 15% from downtown in the first opening 20 minutes. Faust in a fight for the loose ball. Couldn't get there in time. Threw it right back to Robinson. Now 4-on-5. Pulley. Money! Keyshawn Pulley, his second 3 of the day. And an illegal screen called on Faust. You can tell that Scott did not agree with the call from the sideline. Thirteen-point advantage. Lynchburg in dire need of a defensive stop. Inside Hodges, quick floater, gets the roll. Young draws the foul. This one will be awarded to Hodges. Or no, pardon me, Antonori. That is his first personal, team's first foul. Gray off the curl. Step back. Got it, and the foul. They'll say a toe on the line. So a long 2. I'll take another look at it. Oof. Tough to tell from that angle, but a referee had a clean look at it. Aracat back into the contest in place of Liam Joyce. Gray can't convert on the and one. Piercing Young with the follow. I mentioned early on that offensive rebounds are a big part of what Lynchburg does. That's their 4th today. But that category has been dominated by Randolph-Macon. They've put on probably the best performance I've seen in a half all year long here in Turner Gymnasium. They had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. That's helped them build the lead. They currently hold 39-28, 16 and a half left to go here in the Hill City.
A huge imprint on who I am as a person, competing at a Division III level. Created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
The Yellow Jackets on a tear here to open up the second half. They've made 5 of their last 6 field goal attempts. Robinson with 6 points here in the opening 4 minutes of the second half off a pair of threes. Lynchburg sticking with that 1-3-1 zone. Trying to make life difficult. And they force the turnover with the defense right there. This is a Randolph-Macon team that doesn't turn the ball over very frequently. I mentioned in the open, it's the only team in the ODAC averaging under 10 steals, under 10 turnovers a game. They do so by a thin margin at 9.9, nevertheless, with 7 here today. Brown underneath, had it poked away by Hodges. He tries to shake it out. You can tell he jammed a finger. They'll bring in Bachman to give him a breather. Pearson Young driving inside with a right hand, spins back, fadeaway jumper, silky smooth. Pearson Young, what a shot. Aracat had it poked away by Young, who hit the hardwood. Pulley returns to the contest after checking out for about 45 seconds. Pulley averaging just under 31 minutes a game. He leads this team in minutes this season. I wouldn't want to see him on the bench either. He's a very valuable asset on both ends of the floor. Robinson, long triple at the horn. Robinson, how do you do? What a start to the second half. 3 for 3 from deep. He's up to 19 points and a 12-point advantage now for Randolph-Macon. Gray tries to respond, clangs off the back of the rim. Jones out and running, leaves it for Pulley. Bachman corkscrewing his way down low, blocked by Brown. Back up top for Pulley. Shot clock under 5. He's got to go. Pulley draws the foul with the shot clock at 1. And that's what makes this team so dangerous, is even when it's not Pulley's day, he'll still find his way into the scoring column. He's 2 for 8 so far this afternoon with 8 points, or 6 points, pardon. But when you're able to slow him down, you've got Robinson to deal with. Another guy that's top 10 in scoring in the conference, averaging 13.8 points per game. And he does more than just score for you as well. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. He is a very well-versed all-around player, as Pulley knocks in both free throws. Fouls guarded by Pulley. Michael Callaway into the game for the first time today. And a foul awarded to Hammonds. Hammonds, a guy that is starting to figure out his role more and more here during his freshman season. He's a guy that has basketball running through his blood. His dad played at Merrimack College, and he actually holds the school record for assists at Audrey Kell. Also, one thing I've just got to squeeze in here, he also has never had ice cream before. Randolph-Macon had that on their website. I don't know if I've ever met anybody that's never had ice cream before, but he might deserve a cone for the way he's played here today. Robinson underneath, Jones, extra pass. Bachman had it batted around. Looked like that was last touched by Brown, but the official will say it was off Bachman. So Lynchburg catches a break off another Randolph-Macon turnover. They're now up to 8. 14-point lead for Lynchburg. For Randolph-Macon, pardon me. Beautiful backdoor cut, blocked by Robinson. What a rejection. Opposite side, Young. Pump fake, drive in, off the back. Antonaroni finds the bottom of the basket for the first time today. There's a three-point basket from the Hornets. They desperately needed that one, and that's why you bring in Callaway. He's someone that has shooter and bright red ink on this scouting report next to his name. Jones left open in the corner. Book it. Jones, a developing player for this Yellow Jacket squad. He's earned more playing time as the season has gone along. We've seen him have some really spectacular performances this year. Had a season-high 13 points against Washington and Lee, 5 steals against Ursinus. So this kid can certainly play. He's had a good performance this afternoon, especially on the defensive end, leading the team with 3 steals. 7 points to go along with it after that triple. 16-point advantage, the largest of the afternoon for Randolph-Macon, as Jamarcus Brown can't convert on his 14-footer. They've started to find their rhythm from deep, shooting 33% now in the afternoon. Here in the second half, they are a perfect 5 of 5. Underneath, Bachman, what a pass! Pulley with a beautiful dish down low. And they'll call this an and one. A late whistle. And I think it's the right one. Bugs got the back of Joe Bachman. He's a guy that really started to come along towards the end of last year. Had 7 points and 6 rebounds in the first game of the NCAA tournament last season. Last year's Randolph-Macon team went 25-5, 15-1 in conference play. Another long 2 from Gray, no good. Oh, they've got numbers. 4-on-1. Jones botched the lay-in. And a foul called on Bachman. The 4th team foul. What a sequence. I don't know how many times you're going to see a team not be able to convert on a 4-on-1 break. There's a first time for everything. And we go back and talk about last year's Randolph-Macon team. After a really great regular season, they lost in the ODAC semifinal to Washington and Lee, who had a really great run in last year's conference tournament. That did not stop Randolph-Macon in postseason play as Michael Gray hits the back of the rim. This team went on to play in the 3rd round of the NCAA tournament. Pulley in the corner, no good. A tough day shooting for KP. 2 for 9 from the floor, 2 of 8 from deep. And another foul for Randolph-Macon. The first personal for Liam Joyce, the 5th team for Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon shooting 70% from the floor here in the second half. 9 of 13. Gray off the curl. Back over for Callaway. Bugs for Hart. Dishes to Henderson, lost the dribble. Callaway recovers, but Jones takes it away. Collects the steal. Can't get the lay-in once again. Another missed layup. Hart, stop, floater, left hand, no good. Got every part of the rim, but couldn't get it to find the net. Hart got away with a foul. Bugs the rebound, and now a whistle on a white jersey. This one might go against Joyce again.
Yellow jacket foul on Malcolm Hodges.
Well, pardon me, this will go on Hodges.
His first.
That is his first, team 6th. So Lynchburg will be in the bonus for the rest of the way. Faust at the stripe. Got it. Hodges underneath on the low block. Swung around the horn. Aracat no good. Off the contest by Henderson, but another offensive rebound. No good. The straightaway 3 from Robinson rolls out. That might be his first miss of the second half. He's feeling it. He's going cold. Back-to-back misses from Robinson from downtown. Lynchburg brings it across the timeline, trailing by 17 with 9.5 to go. Henderson across the key, flips it up and in. Lead back down to 15. Underneath Hodges. Gets it right back over Faust, no good. Henderson, the rebound. Tries to advance it for Hart. Taken away by Robinson once again, and an easy 2-man game for the bucket. 12 steals today for Randolph-Macon. They had 12 in the last meeting as well, but we've still got 8 minutes to go. Faust, he'll try an angle 3. Faust, count it. John Faust, a guy that doesn't always let it fly from deep. That might be his first made 3 of the season. I gotta check. Underneath Hodges. Great perimeter defense from Lynchburg. Aracat's got to hoist one. With 2 on the shot clock, no good. But another offensive rebound. It was poked away by Gray, but Randolph-Macon will hold on to it. And I did go back and check. That is the first made 3-pointer this season for Mr. Jonathan Faust. He's been trying lately. Shot 2 3-pointers last game against Shenandoah, won the game prior against Randolph. Finally sinks his first of the season. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. We will step aside. Randolph-Macon out in front, 54-40, 7.5 to go here from the Hill City.
Lynchburg is all about you, your ideas, and your goals. We've got one professor for every 10 students, so you can get all the support you need. In the classroom, in the lab, or in nature, you'll learn by putting yourself out there, and we're right there with you.
And we welcome you back into Turner Gymnasium. 54-40 our score as the Yellow Jackets have taken a commanding lead off of a phenomenal shooting performance here in the second half. They have really started to light it up. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, trying to claw their way back into it, and on a day where the three-point shot has not given them much luck, just 3 of 8. Not a poor percentage by any means, but they just haven't had a whole lot of clean looks. Offensive rebounds have been a big separator as well. 13-4 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. A scrum underneath the 10. This will be a jump ball. Yes, it will.
Jump ball call, Lynchburg.
So Lynchburg will take possession. Now, we mentioned the offensive rebounds, 13-4 Randolph-Macon with that. Second chance points. Randolph-Macon controls 15-4 in that category. And in a game with a 14-point difference, those 11 points feel like they're making all the difference in the world. Callaway hesitates, drives on Pulley, back outside for Young. Backing down Jones. And foul. From my angle, it looked like it was going to be a tie-up, and Jones had earned another jump in possession for the Yellow Jackets. Instead, this will send Pearson Young to the free throw line. A chance for 1-and-1. As strong as his scorer Young is, not the most reliable free throw shooter, shooting 64% on the season. He's been strong as of late. Got the first one. Went 2 for 4 from the free throw line in their last game against Shenandoah, but 7 for 8 against Randolph in a day where he was shooting the lights out. Got a career high 27 points on the crosstown rivalry game against the Randolph Wildcats. Lead is 13 with 7 to go. Pulley at midcourt. Looking for help. Finds Robinson. Back out, Pulley in the corner. Driving his way inside, draws the foul just as the shot clock had expired. That is the second time today Pulley has pulled off a shot just to earn a trip to the free throw line. I mean, that is a prayer of a shot. A finger roll from 6 feet out, draped in defenders. But a smart move from the veteran player. Pulley 2 for 2 from his previous trip at the line. And an uncharacteristic miss, but it's been that kind of afternoon for KP. 2 for 9 from the floor, 2 of 8 from downtown. And now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Taken away by Randolph-Macon. Pulley will slow things down and feed it to the orchestrator in Jones. Pulley left open, a triple. Count it. Well, despite his struggles shooting, that doesn't mean he's not going to keep letting it fly. Hart has it taken away. Numbers out in front for Randolph-Macon, and once again, a missed layup in transition. Jamarcus leaves it for Hart, gets it right back, cuts inside, spins back, gets the roll. A 4-point swing after the missed lay-in. And 14 points on the afternoon for Jamarcus Brown on 7 of 10 shooting. Pass inside, deflected. Joyce couldn't get the hang. Callaway left open for 3. Callaway buries it from deep. Cuts the lead back down to 12. Lynchburg cutting into the deficit. 5 minutes to go. It's the Yellow Jackets out in front by a dozen here in Turner Gymnasium in a game that Randolph-Macon desperately needs if they want to come away with the regular season championship and the first overall seed in the conference tournament. You can see the standings on your screen right now. Randolph-Macon currently in second. Hampton City does have that tiebreaker after taking down Randolph-Macon earlier this season. Meanwhile, for the Lynchburg Hornets, they currently sit at 7th, so right now you're in the tournament. However, Averett in the mix as well, right on the bubble. They would need to win out in the rest of the season in order to have a chance to make the tournament. Nevertheless, things are all but locked up for Lynchburg. Despite having 3 games remaining, they do have the tiebreaker over Averett in an 87-57 win in late January. Pulley drives inside, draws the foul. He'll head to the free throw line for the 3rd time today. That tiebreaker definitely crucial for Lynchburg right now when you have hindsight. Especially with 3 difficult games to end this season. The Hornets playing Randolph-Macon at home here today. Their last game at home will be their final regular season affair against Virginia Wesleyan, who's currently receiving votes outside the top 25. Right in the middle of those two, you play on the road at Bridgewater. A team that is definitely not in the upper echelon of the conference, but on their home floor can certainly cause trouble for anybody. Pulley drops in both free throws, brings the lead back to 14. Brown at the stripe. It's the roll. What a day it's been for Jamarcus Brown. 8 for 11 from the floor for 16 points. Robinson. Ericat, right back to Robinson. 3 defenders on him. Kicked away by Pearson, a souvenir for a fan. It's quickly returned. Ericat with no dribble, just looking for help. Pulley tried to dish one down low, a fastball on the deck. That couldn't be handled by Hodges.
Into the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Field, Hampton Order.
Another Randolph-Macon steal. That is their 15th today. Pulley, what about the deceleration? I mean, that is an NCAA Division I NBA kind of move. I mean, the awareness to decelerate. Often everybody wants to know, how many gears can you go up to? You got all 5 gears? But this is a guy that can start at gear 4 and quickly go down to 1 and just have the defender fly right by him. It's a big reason why he's got 16 points despite shooting 4 for 11. $14-point advantage with 3 minutes to go. Pulley off the handoff. Quick little 2-man game. This triple on the money. Antinaroni once again finding the bottom of the basket. His second made field goal today as another Lynchburg turnover off a steal. 16 steals for Randolph-Macon. Robinson underneath for Joyce. Faust gets his hand in the cookie jar, disrupts the pass, but out of bounds, last touched by Faust. Floater off the glass is up and in for Hodges. Lead up to 19. And with 2 minutes to go, seems like Macon's going to clear a little bit of their bench. Ty Showalter comes in. Ericat as well. Showalter, a freshman forward out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Led the conference in scoring his senior year of high school with 22 points per game. His mom also played field hockey at JMU right down the road. Gray's floater, no good. Faust the follow, up and in. Aricat lets it go, can't find it. Faust will hand things off to Gray. Gray, opposite corner, Callaway at 3. Callaway on the money from deep tonight, 3 for 3. We'll keep it here for the moment. A 14-point lead for Randolph-Macon. They have had a very strong second half, shooting 50% from the floor and from the perimeter. Looking down the line for Randolph-Macon with the rest of their season. With a win today, they will now advance to 17 straight victories. Their last loss was December 7th. This team has won every game since the first week of December, and they'll have a great matchup facing Virginia Wesleyan next Wednesday on the 19th. That will be played in Ashland. It'll be the green bandana game for the Yellow Jackets and their final home game of this season before wrapping things up right down the road at Randolph College. All very winnable games, but that Marlins one, certainly the one that they most likely have circled on their calendar. They played them earlier this year in Virginia Beach, won by 7, in probably the best defensive game in the conference this season. It was a 56-49 final. Those are the top 2 defensive teams in the conference. We've already touched on Lynchburg's schedule with Bridgewater on the road on deck, with Virginia Wesleyan here at home in the hole. Bachman, quick outlet pass. Showalter can't get the lay-in. Rebound falls to Brown. Young the other way, no hesitation, rises from 3, no good. Randolph-Macon out and running, and Hammonds is fouled by Young. Still 1 foul to give after that. Or no, now there's one. There was 1 foul to give. Now there are no more fouls to give. Randolph-Macon will be in the bonus for the final 53 seconds in 1-1. We'll see if Scott decides to foul. He does not. 3-pointer from Vincent Payne is good. Gray across the timeline, weaving his way inside. Finger roll finish off the mark. About a 7-second difference between shot and game clock. That one just hung on the rim before falling into the hands of Faust. Opposite wing, Gray rises from deep. Front iron, and that will do it. 53-70 will be our final score. Randolph-Macon continues their hot streak. 17 consecutive wins. Meanwhile, for the Hornets, they snapped their 2-game winning streak. They have dropped 3 of the last 5. And now fighting for that 7 or 8 spot for conference tournament time. And a very, very strong chance these 2 teams see each other for a 3rd time this season, depending on how everything falls and shakes out in the last 2 games of regular season play. Well, that will all but do it for us here in the press box. We appreciate you spending your Saturday afternoon with us. If you're a Lynchburg fan, women's lacrosse ongoing right now out on Schellenberger Field as they're taking on the 15th ranked Christopher Newport Captains. Well, the second to last time we'll be here in Turner Gymnasium for the men's basketball season. We appreciate you spending your Saturday afternoon with me. I've been Joe Brennan on LHSN.